it's the rent check, it's childcare payments. And people, when they look back 3-4 years ago and they remember paying a much lower amount, that's where they see the economy. And even to the point that Lindsay just made about the Great Recession, back then, there were bankruptcies, there were stock market collapses, there was massive worldwide calamity. The economy was in a much, much worse place in terms of the worldwide picture, and yet that was a jobs question and a foreclosures, a housing question. Not everyone lost their job back then. Not everyone had their house foreclosed, but today...
I think who might bet against them at this stage. So we'll see what happens when he comes, as I suspect he will, in the next few minutes and speaks. We'll see the tone he strikes, what he actually claims, what he actually said.
Yeah, just about everybody has left, and they left very, very quickly after one of the campaign chairs, Cedric Richmond, came out onto that stage behind me, which of course had been prepped ready for Kamala Harris to make a victory speech if she had won, and instead he came out and said it's not over yet, there are still votes to be counted, there are still states to be called, but he said you will not hear from the Vice President tonight. Now, that is not a sign of confidence. Everybody here knew exactly what he meant, which was they don't think they have won. That's why she's not going to come here and address them. And then within minutes, what had been a very, very large crowd here just dissipated. Very quietly, they all walked into the night, rather dejected.
Yeah, that's why you can never trust polls. You know, if you look the difference, it's a big numbers. If you look how much Trump is very, very ahead of Harris, it's so big. You can see how much people voted for Trump. You know, so, but it's not surprising. It's not surprising to see that, because people like Trump, because they know how Trump was governing, and you know. So be ready for 2025. Be ready to, you know, that's what I can say. It's about your family life, your investment, your business, your financial plan. Doesn't matter who wins election. What's matter after all is your well-being, and where's your wallet? How's your wallet doing? What's your plan? Be ready for 2025. All this investment that was slowing down because nobody knew what was going to happen. Now they're going to start to invest. So you gotta be ready to start your investment.
Be declared the winner. It's they haven't conceded defeat, but they
yet. So we don't have any result yet. But as Sarah's saying there, Kamala Harris won't be speaking tonight, whereas we are expecting a speech down at the Trump headquarters down there. Rodney, what do you make of all of this?
Okay. Yeah, this is the PBD podcast. PBD for entertainment. You all know these guys. They're so happy about Trump winning election because they've been really campaigning for him. So yeah, that's what's going on. If you look how happy these guys are, you know, because they're all business people. So they was expecting, you know, Trump to win election because in the U.S. most business people support Republican, support conservative. You all understand the reason behind. So this guy was here all night. So
I think there's a major opening for an opportunity. I don't know if it's going to be 2028, 2025, but I do think there's an opening for it. It's got to be someone that's fully pissed off, saying, stop embarrassing us so much. I'm going to do it the right way. And I think there's millions of kids that are waiting for this. Some of them are adults. Yes.
It has to be truth. It has to be, I don't want to say a masculine woman, but women genetically are more maternal, more caring, more empathetic.
Correct.
And if you're the president of the United States, you have to be a beast. Yeah. You can't be overly emotional. Oh, I can't address tonight. I'm too sensitive. Oh, I'm on my period. I'm hormonal. You can't have that.
You're 100% right.
I
mean, if you think about Margaret
I wasn't going to be controversial, but
no,
you just went
ahead.
For you.
No, but I think
women have periods,
but
guys.
Look, it is a weird thing that people have trouble being honest about this, and it's stuff that we all know. Look at Golda Meir, look at Margaret Thatcher. These were the most masculine women
And
you
that's
could
okay
imagine.
if it's a masculine woman.
Listen, it's a masculine position. It's commander-in-chief. What are we...
I don't know if I support that. I don't know if I support this idea that being president of U.S., you have to be a man, or you can't be a woman because of, toughness or whatever. I don't think so. I don't think that's the point, Women can be strong. Women can do a lot of stuff. Women can do even more than what a man can do. So, I don't know. I don't support the idea. I don't know why they say this, but, it is what it is.
And this is one of the things, actually, that Dr. Jordan Peterson kind of brilliantly discussed when that viral clip of him when he was debating that woman, and she asked the question, why are, I'm making up a number here, 90% of the CEOs all men? And he said, why would a woman want to do that? Why would you want to work 80 hours a week? Why would you want to do these things? You make it seem like this is something that's admirable, like you should want to take on this job. And the reality is I very much believe in traditional roles. I think the majority of women are good at traditionally feminine roles. Hence your point about, like, if a guy was like, I just really want to be a nanny for kids, I'm like, I don't like it. I just don't like it.
So Candace is one of the women, conservative women or Republican women. So they are the type of women that still supporting the traditional way of a woman being, They don't support this new trend of women who, feels like they can do all the stuff. They can do construction, they can do mechanics, they can do all these men's jobs. So these are the women that still want to see a woman being like a traditional woman, which is very contrary to what Democrats are, like most progressive and most liberal. They want to see a man equal to a woman. Conservative women want to see a man always stronger ahead and a woman after. That's what it is. That's a traditional way, like in every country. But it's changing, It's changing. We don't know what's going on, but that's what's going on,
Wearing the, like...
Tariffs be on the table, and then nothing on abortion, obviously. And so I just sense more of a retrenchment in how he animates that politics. If he were to win, I think is to my mind, hopefully something that produces a populist backlash, which the Democratic brand sorely needs. I thought the opportunity for a lot of Democrats, and continues to be, is the labor movement has been one of the most powerful things of the last few years. When you look not only Starbucks organizing wave, but Boeing workers on strike, port workers, UAW workers, that needs to bleed into a Democratic Party's populism that is searching for it. Where is that emotion? Where is that energy and enthusiasm? It's coming from that labor movement, and
Yeah, you can see right here, Trump 247, Kamala Harris 220. Senate, Republican are also going to win for Senate, which is big, 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 big. It's so big. If you win Senate and White House, you will be able to do your stuff. You'll be able to pass laws. That's crazy. That's crazy, I'm telling you. Wow.
The whole world, or at least the industrialized countries, and ruling parties in the Netherlands and Portugal, Latin America, they've all been hit. And in our country, I'd say most of the inflation was caused just by COVID supply chain, but maybe a third was caused by the Biden administration overstimulating the economy. But the voters don't really care about that. They just think there's inflation, and so we're really mad about it. And then in a deeper level, not just inflation, if you ask people all around the world, Ipsos asked people all around the world, is your country in decline? 60-odd% said, yeah, our country is in decline. Do you trust experts in your country to relate to people like you? 65% say, don't trust experts.
Yeah, let's see what BBC is showing up. That's BBC right here. Yes, you can see that. 247. We need to go to 270 to win. So Trump needs a few, 24. He need 24 more points, so it's gonna be done. Yeah, you can see that. So Trump is very, very ahead of Kamala Harris. And like I say, they're also going to win the Senate. What we know so far. So the politics is going to be changed. The whole world is going to be changed in this next 5 years. Just so you guys know. Yeah.
Interestingly, the first sort of moment where I think they felt something was going their way when the Iowa result came in. Now, Iowa shouldn't have been in doubt for Donald Trump, but there was a poll in the last few days that caused a wobble. There was also a wobble in the Trump campaign about North Carolina, where they spent 3 days right at the end of the campaign going around, again, a state he won twice. But it seems to have paid off for them. The effort they put in, 4 rallies a day, multiple states, and if the counting, if the results we're seeing are to be believed, if the mood music you're getting from the Harris camp is also indicative of something, this thing seems to be going in one direction. And we anticipate Donald Trump or J.D. Vance will come out very shortly and make some kind of victory speech. I think you don't need to be a betting man to say that.
Indeed. North Carolina, that is a state that he won in 2020 and 2016. And the Tar Heel state, the last time it went to a Democrat was Barack Obama in 2008. It was a very narrow win for him. Of course, he had a blowout victory in 2008, and so he was able to carry North Carolina, but that was a surprise to many people. So this was a must-win state, I think, for President Trump, and he has delivered today in part by turning out strong supporters in rural areas, just as he did in Virginia and other states, as we are seeing tonight. That is where his base is. So that moves Donald Trump to 227 electoral votes. Let's go now to Anthony Salvanto and Major Garrett. Good evening, guys.
So we're going to explain how we were able to make this call. And it's significant, I think, Anthony, to share with the audience. Trump won this state, North Carolina, by just over 74,000 votes in 2020. We project he's going to win by a substantially larger number of votes than that.
So this gets very simple. I'm going to show you what the outstanding vote is and where it is. And you think, okay, here are Democratic areas, yes. But you see how these circles, if you've been watching us during the night, have gotten a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. They are not large enough, even if they all go Democratic, for Kamala Harris to catch up, okay? And then I'm going to show you this because the needs, which we project for her in that outstanding vote, she needs 61% of it to catch up. I'm going to tap this, and I'm going to show you what our models show. She's still tracking to get only 47%. This comparison right here in a nutshell, that is why you can make the projection. Didn't get the vote that she needs, didn't get the turnout she needed. And I will add, Donald Trump did just fine tracking with his target numbers in and around, especially in the areas around Charlotte, doing just fine tracking with his 2020 patterns in county after county, and that's where he ran up the score.
And Anthony, to show our viewers what we call colloquially here, doesn't sound like a colloquial word, extrusion.
Ah, the extrusion. Okay, I'm going to back this out for a second. So to do that, you're going to see where the vote comes from. And here what you see is the higher bars are more people. And yes, those are Democratic areas. But you also see all these areas, including in the western part of the state, red, red, red counties. And that's where Donald Trump consistently performed as well as he needed to, compared to 2020, compared to his vote targets this time. So once I see at the decision desk those patterns emerging, then you can get closer and then make the projection, Nora.
Was not only a right in terms of the violence, but a direct action intended to stop certification of a presidential election.
Understood. And we've talked a lot about it.
That's why I said that.
We've talked a lot about it. And the campaign,
clearly. I'm not trying to hype anything.
The campaign ran a lot of ads about it, talked a lot about it, and more, half the country now, Juan, is going to say, that is not what I care about. I care about my economy. I care about immigration.
No,
I
see,
care
that's where we differ. I'm not sold on this idea that, oh, it was the cost of eggs. I worry that it was, well, I'm not voting for this woman, or I'm not voting for this black woman.
I don't know. That's not what we see in our data.
Well, here's the thing. Where do you see that? Because a moment ago, Darren was out here and he said, in fact, not only did the bro strategy work, and the bro strategy largely worked along the lines of white men, but that the bro strategy also had some impact in terms of Latino and black men who came along and gave higher percentages.
All right, Carl, weigh in.
I just want to make one more point with one. I spoke to Jack Brewer this week, and here's what he said if Trump wins. He said he won because black men felt that Democrats and elites put immigrants before us.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on that?
For a fact, I think there are tensions between racial groups, and people might feel that. Obviously, you can exploit those tensions, and you can exacerbate them to the point where you can politically benefit from it. Do I think that's the reason he won? No. I think the reason he won is you look at that bro strategy and the white male turnout and white grievance politics that he has used to great success in this country.
Carl.
I think he's trailing his prior 2020 numbers with whites.
Are you Viktor Orban's cousin?
Yes, I'd like to have a conversation. I would like to answer. You asked me why I am in US now. Because I was invited and I came here with my passport. So I was invited, Patrick invited me as a politician to come to US because as a European, as a Polish, I do recognize US as a leader of the free world, and I pay my respect to this country.
Good.
And I came here, my friend, and I came here because I used to live under communism. My country was under communism, and Reagan with John Paul II freed our country, and I will be always grateful to the Republicans of the United States for the freedom of Poland and Europe. And my presence here in America is my way to pay respect to those who freed the world from the communism. And that was America and John Paul II. And I do not want communism back. And Kamala is a communist.
Kamala Harris is a corporatist. She's furthest thing from communist. Her problem is the exact opposite. She'll do anything for a corporate donor, which, by the way, she shares with Donald Trump. And by the way, I came here and my family came here because we love America, and I'm always going to fight for America.
Cenk, what do you love about America the most? When you say, I will always fight for America, what is America to you?
So it's freedom, it's opportunity, it's justice. We lived across from a place called Fair Chance Farm, and that is the essence of America. All we want is equality of opportunity for us to have a shot and our kids to have a shot at the American dream. That's why I'm a populist. I believe in the average American, not in the donors class, not the billionaires. And I got news for you. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He's a giant billionaire. He is not a populist. He's not for the average American. He's going to get more tax cuts. He's going to get deregulation. They're going to rob this place blind. You can disagree now, but you will agree with me later. Wow. Because we've always been fair, we've always been honest, and those guys are going to do nothing but deliver for themselves and not for you. We should be delivering for the average American. Our housing prices are through the roof. Why? Because of Wall Street. Because of the private equity guys buying off all of our homes. You should be fighting against that, not helping support billionaires rob the place blind.
But, you know, Cenk, there's a part of it that you're right. We talked about that earlier, where we said 4 years ago, it took $75,000 a year salary to buy a house. Right now, it's $120,000. But that happened under Harris and Biden. So, I mean, these are some of the things where even right now, Powell is lowering the rate. Nothing's happening. Interest rates are not dropping. So the average person is just sitting there saying, look, we gave you guys a shot. I thought he was going to be the unifier. I thought he was going to be the peace. I thought she was going to fix the border. She never once visited that place until it was too late. Don't you just look at this and realize they just didn't deliver on their promises and the ideas are outdated and doesn't work? Are you able to say that, or no, we just need a different leader? Again, same question.
Yeah. So, Patrick, you know that I fought tooth and nail against Joe Biden. I even ran against him in the primary. And I called out everybody who was pretending that he was young and dynamic. And I said he's not on the right track. So the problem isn't Democrat versus Republican. And a lot of Republican voters understand this, and they call it the uniparty. Corporate Republicans and corporate Democrats to buy all the homes and drive up our prices. We've got to replace them with populists, true populists. That's the key.
Vince, you got to stop dropping your mic. You're scaring the crap out of people. Yeah.
Vinny, is that him?
Cenk.
Just want to say this.
BRB, Cenk, because they just called Pennsylvania for Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, this is PBD podcast. These are a bunch of Republican or conservative. And by the way, this is the PBD Beth David. He's an immigrant from Armenia. He's an Iranian Armenian. His mom is Syrian. He's an immigrant. This guy on TV that he's inviting to talk, he's from Turkey. So they're all immigrants, millionaire who made a lot of money in this country. So they have different views on politics, but they all still friends anyway. It's not like in those small countries where two people from different parties cannot even talk when it's time for election. But in this country, it's different. These two guys are both immigrants. This one and the other one, they all have big media corporation. His media is called the Young Talk, YTY, whatever. The other guy, PBD, also he got entertainment. They have different views. They're talking about it, but I'm telling you, it's good to watch what they teach, how they made their money, other than politics. It's fun. They're all immigrants. So in this country, it doesn't matter if you are immigrant or not. You can still make money. That's why I said, be ready for 2025, okay? Be ready for 2025 and make your money. Make your plan and start to invest in whatever you want to invest in. Every companies that now are ready. Now they got cash to the side to start to invest. Now it's clear where to put the money because they know who win. They know which company are going to move forward. So be ready too. Be ready.
Go ahead, tell us what you got here.
Hello?
By 5 million. Look at this, Candace.
Yep.
Oh my God.
The future looks
Go ahead,
bright.
Tom.
We have a winner.
Hello?
Mics not on. Mics are not on, guys.
Testing.
Tom, grab my mic. Here.
Do you mind if we...
No, we are there. And it is a mathematical impossibility at this hour for the few votes that are left in Pennsylvania, if they were won entirely, to put it back over. So this election is not done. Wisconsin is probably going tonight. It's very, very close to mathematical impossibility. Arizona, they're going to need a week to count in Maricopa County. Everything else has come in. Michigan, probably, I could flip a coin on Michigan right now, but he could win Michigan. And Nevada is probably going to be blue on the strength of all those unions.
Yes.
And so where we are, I think we are at 291 as the ultimate count. But right now at 270, we're done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. The goal was to go to 270, and you can see Trump is already at 270 electoral vote. And Kamala Harris is 213. That's a big difference. So congrats for Republican. It's fun for you and for the whole country anyway. For the business people, for people who make the money, this is a good time to start to make your investment plan. So yeah, it's fun.
In your voice. For example, Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. So now he's denying you of your opinion, or you're not smart, or you're garbage. What Cenk is forgetting, I can't say when Donald Trump wins, he's won this already, but we voted for him. Do we not count either? I just don't understand. Democracy chose Donald Trump. So if you're the party of unity and love and peace like you claim you are, then let's unite our differences. But no, it's their way or the highway. And to me, it just calls out their own hypocrisy. And then I want to call out Vinny. He texted me something very smart. You know, we were thinking, what were the left thinking with Kamala?
If some of the people that want to watch this is like, well, you can't go anywhere. It's Generals and Platinum. You need the buses to take you to your cars. Hang tight. By the way, can we take a moment here and do one thing? You know who we have to thank? Can we thank God for not bringing rain when it's at 70% chance? Oh, my God. Yesterday, we're all over here. Everyone's taking out their phones. They're like, Pat, 75% chance. I said, I don't know, man. I think he's going to make it work for us. He always does. And somehow, some way he did. To all the
pitches to voters today with just one day until Election Day. Trump is holding campaign rallies in North Carolina, in Pennsylvania.
Votes, 270 is the win. They ain't counting Alaska yet. Alaska is 3. That's 270 right there. Then there's still Nevada. There's still Arizona. There's still Michigan. There's still Wisconsin. All of them are leading Trump. The only place that matters, really, that's still kind of in question is Minnesota, Tampon Tim's home state, and they can't even win Minnesota outright. They can't even just get that. You're a blue state, a place that was blue, been blue for a long time, and your vice president.
So this guy right here is one of the black American who supported for Trump since Trump came up. So he's one of the African American who always was fighting to vote for Republican. Yeah, he never hid his argument, his ideas. Now I think he's very happy. He got also a media, which is very big, and all he preaching is business and politics, of course, but he supports Trump, and I think he's happy too. So, like you all know, a lot of African American, especially men, they changed, they really shifted from a Republican to Democrat, and I think Trump won this election because of African American.
The Saudis, making.
I don't want to hear any complaints from the left about it was stolen, interference, Russia, my ballots. You ain't count my ballots. I don't want to hear a word, because what do they say about us? Oh, you guys want to question the election. You guys don't recognize the results of the election. All right, keep that same energy now. Don't say nothing. Don't say a word. Don't say a word.
You so stupid and you so ignorant, because there's actually black people that fought for your rights and everything out here, and you just want to give it away to the illegals.
So I cannot leave before I tell you about these guys. These guys are black conservative as well. They started as like just talking about games, They shifted to politics just 1 year ago. They made a very progress in politics and media. Now they make millions. There's 4 guys. I think there are 5 guys. Now they are here. They support Trump. They went to campaigns. They supported Trump. They support conservative. They all dream about making money, starting a business. Pretty much every African American that you see supporting Trump, it's because they are already into business. So they think about money and business because Trump is what he's good for. So these guys right here, these are also some of the black people that supported black American to shift from Democratic Party to Republican Party. So yeah, I just put it out there.
Jobs. It was Donald Trump who screwed up the economy even before COVID. And
So
then
why
this
he
happened
voted?
with COVID. He didn't use the 69-page pandemic playbook that the Obama administration left for him that
said
would have
check on
lessened
roll.
the severity of COVID. Okay, he's the first president since Herbert Hoover to leave with a negative job creation.
Oh my God.
Holding the gun and saying,
Yeah.
go ahead and shoot me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Somebody more Montana than him, and that's the person that says, I will defend your whiteness with your life. And the lemons. We probably lost. There's nobody more Wyoming than Montana than him. But it doesn't matter. There's somebody more Montana than him, and that's the person that says, I will defend your whiteness with your life. And the lemmings, marching forward to their demise, will say, I would rather die than give up my whiteness.
Do y'all want a good truth? Here's why this is hilarious.
John F. Kennedy lowered the taxes. You know what he said in his speech when he lowered the taxes? You know what he said when he lowered the taxes? This is your chance to make some money and create wealth for your family. Don't get it twisted. The next 4 years, your family should get richer, and that's okay. If you got $20,000 in the bank, in 4 years, you should have 100. If you got $13,000 in the bank, in the next 4 years, you should have a plan to have 200,000. If you got 500,000, have 5 million. If you got $1 million, go to 10 million. Do not waste the next 4 years, because who knows what's going to happen in 4 years. Okay, I want to make sure I give that message to everybody with family business owners to make the right decisions. It's just a message for some of you guys.
That's what I've been saying, okay? That's what I've been saying. I don't care if Trump wins or not. What I care for is how is the economy going to go. He just said that. These 4 years that's coming, make sure you double your money. Make sure you double your money. Do not complain anymore. People are complaining about economy and stuff, and the whole notion of Trump being a businessman, making the economy much better, you can try it. You can trust it and, see what's going on. That's my plan. Make sure you rewrite your plan. Hopefully, it's true. Hopefully, they are right. He's probably going to make the economy much better. So make sure you keep your eyes on your investment, on your movement, so you can go further tomorrow. So it is a good point, and I agree with him.
And the question is, do you guys have any news about De Niro? Is he at the airport? Any news?
Oh yeah.
He's still here. Probably on the way to the airport.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yay.
Yay.
To Trump. Cheers, you guys. Yeah.
Cheers.
They don't have alcohol for their parents listening at home. I can't wait to hear what he says when he gets there. Is he there? No, he's not. What? Oh yeah, Henry. I want to hear Henry too, but I meant Donald Trump. Henry,
I knew what you meant.
You were right.
She is full conservative. She's one of the women who really pushed hard to get Trump elected. And a young people, of course, him with PBD, with Candace, all those people. They're one of the people who changed a lot of young guys to turn from Republican to vote for Republican. She's, yeah, good for these guys. Good for these guys. It was hard to, to say that Trump may win election a few months ago, but it turned to be true. So
last night. And Joe Rogan's extremely powerful, especially with young men who love his show. And it's by far, I mean, like in podcasting, there's Rogan, and then there's the rest of us down here. Even those of us who are doing well, it's like there's only one Rogan. Theo Vaughn, who else? Sean Ryan, our friend Sean Ryan, who we showed the clip from earlier. JD did Rogan. Trump went on like the tour to try to get to young men where they are. Did you guys in this studio, did you listen to any of those podcasts?
All of them.
All of them. All.
I don't understand. No. You can look for whiteness. It's because of the 25th Amendment that Vance is going to eat.
Come on, Charlene. Come on. That's it.
This right here at Black Media, this guy is supporting Democrats, like from the beginning until now. This is Roland Martin. He is a black guy. He owns a black media, and he really campaigning. He was campaigning for Kamala Harris. Obviously, he's not happy because they lost. But all these guys you see right here, they've been on his media talking, trying to change African American, but they failed for some reason. So, yeah. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, these guys are not happy, but they should know already. They should know why Kamala Harris lost Black American vote, and which is the big part of Trump winning election is because Black American shifted from Democratic to Republican Party. These guys never answered any question. They just complain about, and instead of answering question these guys was asking. So I'm gonna finish by these guys. I really appreciate guys to watch. I say thank you very much for watching. What I'm gonna say is prepare 2025. Prepare your plan. Everything is going to be changed from Ukraine, Russia, Israel, China, Taiwan. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is try to improve yourself. Try to do what you're supposed to do to do self-development. Okay, if you have to go to school, if you have to take a course to get new skills, get new skills. But do not sit down and think like this politician will save you. They never save anybody. You gotta save yourself, okay? So thank you very much for watching, and I hope I will see you next week with a new chapter. Because I'm telling you, from now, we're going in 2025, and 2025, 4 years to come, it's gonna be a game changer. Because China and Taiwan, it's going to be changed. Russia and Ukraine, we don't know what's going to happen. Because Trump said he's going to stop that war in 24 hours. He said he's going to put big tariff on China, and they said he's going to help Israel to protect themselves against Iran and those other groups that works for Iran. So we don't know what's going to happen. All we know is we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be safe, and pray for the people in Ukraine. Pray for the people in Taiwan. Pray for the people in Gaza, in the Middle East. It's very important. We don't know what's going to happen. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.